talking about me spilling the thing all the time. Hang on, everybody.
Here you go. Do you want to wipe?
I think it's good. I mean, it'll either catch on fire or it won't, right?
True.
Okay. Attempt number 2. Hey, there's Jordan's butt. There we go. Tape's getting very unsticky after all these weeks.
Do you need more tape?
It'll be okay for right now. There we are. Booty rocking everywhere. Alright. Sorry about all the jiggle. I'll have to see you wiggle. Oh, shout.
Sorry, I haven't done this in a few weeks, so I
Spilled everything?
I didn't know what to do with my hands.
So that's not the one that you. This is the one you can have.
Oh,
That one I need you to fix. For obvious reasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have another lead?
I don't. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
So we need to get some bullets. Yeah.
But this is the one you can have.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, we had a little small disaster, so we're not ready. We're never ready though. You know what? We could come down here at like 6 o'clock, try to get it set up for an hour, and then just completely just not.
All right.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hello.
All right. Bunch of random small projects today, like usual.
Yep. All right. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Jeremy Burris. Hello. Well, hello there.
Good evening.
8 Lug Productions. I brought something just for you. We will go over.
Also known as Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, I brought my radio, hoping that you would be here. Jesus Christ, we're crooked. Anyway, I brought the radio, hoping you'd be here, and I'll show you how to do the expo.
That's because I told him that we were going to be live tonight. And he said, "Does that mean I need to watch?"
It's preferable. Hang on. Dude, what happened to the stand while I was gone? There we go.
Those seem right.
There we go.
Those both. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Putting my Pro Mod back together.
All right. There we go. That's better. Not great, but it's better. We got all the way. I'm done messing with it. Either watch or you won't. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
William Chandler.
Good evening.
When are y'all gonna let Doug come back? That is actually the opposite of what's going on.
I think he said he thought we smelled funny or
Yes.
something. I don't know.
He said Jordan sucks. I'm an asshole, and he stopped coming.
And he's not here to confirm or deny that. So
Yep. See if this gum's any good, even though it's been in my garden. Nope, sure isn't.
I should do a better job at labeling my wheels and tires.
You know what really helps is if you run foams in the rear and printed foams up front. I can immediately tell which one's which.
Yeah, well, I didn't have good 3D printed foams for the Yokohamas.
Wow. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was looking for the battery.
Yeah, I should be at the next We Rock. I just had a very busy weekend and it wasn't in the cards. And by a busy weekend, I mean, I drank a lot of bourbon Friday night. And stayed out way too late. Way too late.
Yeah, I had a birthday party to go to. So I was out. But 'tis what it is. Everything's good to go now. Alright. Jesus.
Yay, ProMod
Is done?
is back to being.
Cool.
Although it looks like I bent my hood a little bit.
Dang. Damn it. Now I got that song stuck in my head. I like to see you wiggle. Oh, show.
Sorry.
Is what it is, right? Fallen Crawler, hello fellers. Jeremy said, how's the remodel going?
It's going great.
Man, the sarcasm. Thick over here.
Well, we ended up doing more stuff around other parts of the house yesterday instead of that, but that's alright.
Happens. My bathroom, or my garage remodel is going well.
Yeah?
Yep. I was pretty happy with all that. Anthony Austin says, I have an RC full drive Blazer body that I'm wanting to pinch on the front and rear. Is there a good video out to show a good way to do this? Not that I know of. I did mine way differently than a lot of people do it. There you go. Dude it. Rudy, sup? So what am I doing? I gotta pay attention. Anyway, I did mine much differently. So when I pinched my K5, basically I took the fenders in, but then right behind where the fenders roll forward and you have the grill, I cut it again and bent them out. So the front is actually straight. Yeah. Because if you put them in, I hate the look of where the fenders kind of come in like this and nobody straightens them out, because then the grill looks funny. Or if you put the headlights in, then like the headlights can go like this and then they put the hood flat. And I just don't like the way that a lot of people did it. So I did mine differently. Really all you're doing is I would cut, let's see, what did I cut? I cut the middle of the lower valance out. Is this connected?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't think so.
No, it's not now. Okay. So I'll go over how I did mine. Alright. Who put duct tape on here? Good.
Some idiot, probably.
Some idiot, right. Alright, so I cut mine, I believe it was here and here. Like right out, or right inside these notches for the bumper. Or for the chassis, however you want to call it. And then I believe I cut the radiator support here and here. And then brought them in, so like however much I wanted to pinch it is how I took out of the middle of here. Then I put that all together, I C8'd it, squirted it with the stuff, the activator, and that formed what I needed to do. But I bent it like, so on a real one, right at the firewall is where it'll bend. It doesn't bend back at the doors. It'll bend right here, and then you just kind of sink it in. It's a much bigger process than what it seems. Because when you pull the fenders in, they're going to get shorter, and then your hood sticks way out. So one option is just lop the hood off at the edge, make it all flush. I didn't like that option a whole lot. So what I did was I set the hood where it would sit, where it was supposed to sit basically, and I pinched it all together and got it sitting square, and then I cut it back here where it started to actually pinch, and I shortened it back there. So as I said, I did it the super fucking hard way, but I think it looks a lot better personally than, I'm gonna need one of those. Thanks, Bo.
Here's your ration.
Thanks. I think it looks better that way. As far as the back, I think all I did was I cut the whole bed area out. So you can kind of do pretty much the same thing like what I was talking about in the front. If you wanted, you can take this, whatever area, however much you want to pinch it, cut that out here, and then your bed is pretty much going to make like it'd be like a backwards V, and then you're just going to close it. So if you take like an inch out of this, and then you make your point here, and then you're going to draw lines, and you're going to cut that pie, and then you close the pie. One of the places that you'll need to cut is right in here. So right behind the cab, and then I would cut it away from the interior here. You're going to make this to where it's a single plane, and I even cut mine up a little bit into this body panel here. That way the only thing I was really bending was the middle section, I guess. It's a bitch.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. But it's also one of those things that if you take your time, you do it right, you kind of think your way through it. Not a whole lot of people do it, and not a whole lot of people do it well. So if you take your time and do a good job, you're already 80% of the way ahead of 95% of the people that'll do it. So, but hopefully that helped. I don't know. We all broke stuff this weekend. I saw that. The black looks good. Black looks good.
I don't know what he was talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about either. Not sure what you're talking about.
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? Damn, okay, that's a lot. I've seen a few I really like. I might PM you for some pics of yours. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're more than welcome to. I'll get home later, so if you PM me and just remind me later or now, just message me. And then when I get home, I will try to remember and I'll take some pictures. I haven't done all the body work yet, and I kind of left it rough, and I'm not sure exactly how much I'll do. So the lines are very easy to see where I chopped and glued and splooged it all back together.
The black in your shop.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I like it a lot. It brings everything together much better. Oh, fart balls. Forgot to put hubs on this thing. There we go.
So Jim from Jim's Bearings offers a trail set
Okay.
for axle bearings,
Okay.
and I don't know the difference other than some of them they're like designed to be rain and water, but they're not the full stainless kit. So I'm gonna test that out.
There you go. Well, I know how much you play in water and everything, so it'll be...
So this is for my. I think these axles are gonna go in my Bronco.
Oh, nice.
So.
Speaking of Broncos, I know I already cut up that one body, but as I was going through bodies, which I know you know, but a lot of you don't know, the channel members will get a first crack at everything as usual, but I went through all 24 boxes of bodies and went along my wall and pulled down a bunch of stuff that I'm going to sell. So if you're into cool Lexan things or bodies that are, well, some of them are very hard to find. Some of them are not easy to find, I guess I should say. Be on the lookout for that because I am getting ready to sell a bunch of them. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am selling the shit out of some stuff because I finally have the time that work has slowed down and I can clean my garage and like I have time to list all this stuff, which I did not have the time to do that before. So I put a Jeep FC Mighty. I put that up in the members area today. I don't think anybody said that they wanted it, so that'll be for sale here soon as long as no one wants it. The shop Mini RC, hello. Did you see my 3.5 hour BTC movie? I did not. I didn't get to watch that. I have not had a whole lot of. Now that I say I have a lot more time, I haven't had a lot of time that I've spent on YouTube, to tell you the truth. I've spent basically since we got back from Beat the Creek, any free time I have at work, I'm editing videos. I've got one that'll hopefully come out this Wednesday. I'll have another one that comes out Friday, and then I'll have probably another one for next Wednesday as well. So we've got a Wheel Wednesday on this Wednesday and next weekend. Oh yeah, bud. So we got 2 in a row for those, and then I have vintage stuff on Friday. And next Monday, I don't remember what I was doing. I got something. I've been editing so much stuff.
Your vintage stuff should come out on Thursday
You think so?
for Throwback Thursday.
Oh, that's a good point. Except for the problem with that being, if I drop a video on Wednesday and then immediately drop another one on Thursday,
yeah.
YouTube isn't like, hey, you should watch both of these. YouTube's like, yeah, piss on that Wednesday video.
Both of them.
Both of them. You should watch the Thursday, like, because YouTube is stupid. I don't like it. And you know what I just thought of? I have leaf mounts for an F10, but I'm not sure. They're the same. Okay, cool. Cool. So, lots of new stuff coming. And I have some update videos for 2 different trucks that I haven't gotten to put out that I got done for Beat the Creek, but the videos aren't done. I'm trying to make those as interesting as possible, obviously. So when I'm working on rigs and not filming, I throw the longer videos up on the TV for background noise. Editing is the worst. Dude, I was talking to a guy the other day about that at work because I was sitting at my desk, like we all have desks and stuff, and I was sitting there and he's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm editing
You're
videos.
just a little desk jockey these days?
Basically. I mean, I have like a...
What a loser.
I know, right? Friggin' nerd. And so I have, I got a metal desk basically that I can sit at. It's where I have to go to use my computer and shit because, you know, I got a computer and a tablet. But yeah. But I was telling him, I said, you know what sucks is, like, I'll make the video and I'll make jokes and like mess around or whatever, and then obviously the bloopers come up. But the problem being, by the time I get to bloopers, because I edit those last, I've literally watched that video no less than like 12 times. None of that shit is funny anymore. Like, I look at it and I'm like, well, people think this is funny, or is this just stupid as shit? And like, I thought it was gonna be funny at first, but yesterday was our annual company picnic at Cincinnati Zoo, so I haven't got to watch your video yesterday. That's okay. That's okay. I've been trying to make the members area even better.
I need to get with Levi.
Oh, okay.
I mean, carry on, but that reminded me.
Okay. But yeah, I've been trying to make the members area better because obviously the more members I have, that's more money that I make every month and actually makes this worth it. But I would like for you guys to be able to say, you know, for $5 a month, like, he posts all this stuff and we see these things and it's actually really worth it. As opposed to like, yeah, he posts a picture twice a week and I get to see videos a day early. Like, I don't know, whatever. The funny video I remember was everything you messed up. You changed your shirt. Yeah. I did that on going in. I knew that was coming. So I did do that.
I should have taken these apart and ran through the ultrasonic cleaner before.
Really? Are they nasty?
Yeah, it would. I got most of that cleaned out, but
Oh, that's not even greasy. That's just gross. That's like that
well, I've
brown-
cleaned out a
brown
bunch of
goopy. Brown
goopy
goopy gunk.
I need a quote.
Lucas says, evening gentlemen, I'm heading to the welding shop to get gas to start my buggy. Hell yeah, brother.
There you
I
go.
still have yet to go get gas for my TIG, and
Same.
every time I think I should, then I just don't. But I need to. I need to, like, really, really put effort into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
I will. I'll shoot it to you tomorrow. Because when I get off here, I go upstairs and I go to bed. So.
Yeah. People don't realize how much time goes into editing. You are 100% correct.
That's why I post on TikTok because
Well, there's that too.
I'm like, I want a video, and then I hit the video and I click music and then I hit post.
I do that on Instagram, like, or I'll post pictures or whatever. It's the thing is like, what makes it hard is it's solely me talking about things a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So like when we're talking about Cletus, like I don't know if you watched his video the other day that said the guy was like, "Oh, I just left. I wasn't even on the road for an hour or something like that," and the video dropped of when I was there when they're rebuilding that 4L80. It was in the comments.
Oh.
So like, the thing is he can go to, he can take 4 hours of video, and you're gonna watch, I would say 50% of that, whatever the hell. Like a lot of it, you're going to be able to tell. Like if George has the camera at the ground, or whatever, you can chop it. And,
Damn it, George.
But I'm saying you can quickly edit that stuff, and he does a lot of this stuff where it's just two people talking, or we're bullshitting, whatever, and that's got to be 10 times easier to edit because all you're doing is just going, okay, this information is pertinent, boom, done. Cut scene, go to the next one or whatever, where I'm just looking at my big stupid face over and over again.
That would be rough.
Yeah, I know, right? I spent 20-ish hours editing the BTC video, and it's got like 5 music videos in it that I also separated out into standalones. Yeah, that's why I don't do videos like that. That's why I broke everything down for BTC into separate, like, 15-20 minute chunks. That's what I was saying when I said I'd hate to see the analytics for a 3-hour video, because I can only imagine what that probably looks like, and that's a lot of work to hope that people will watch a 3-hour long video, because I love a lot of creators and stuff, and I like watching their videos and everything. But like Vice Grip Garage, he has those 2-hour, resurrection videos and things, and I can't make it through those. I also have a very short attention span, but
Yeah, there's a lot of. I do watch most of Cletus's videos are pushing an hour, and I do watch most of those. But I'm not just sitting there watching it; I'm sitting there at work.
This has a single piece ring and pinion.
Junk.
Evening fart smellers, Brazen and Brett is here. Silicone bronze rod, huh? I'm going to have to look at it. Yes, sir. Silicone bronze rod, and then it's 100% argon for TIG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shop says my videos are similar. Lots of cam over desk talking, which means you have to watch it all. Yeah. That's one of the things I think, honestly, when I decided to change everything up, I realized how many videos I was missing out on making and how much stuff I was missing out on showing by not just setting up the camera while I'm in the garage and just videoing the things that I'm doing, and then kind of like going back and talking about stuff, or stopping, talking about things.
Hi, Logan.
Hi, Logan. Bye, Logan. Love you, bye. So, I did realize that I kind of messed that up. The housings come with the bearings, or the bearings go with the axle, right?
What?
I'm selling these to Metric Matt.
Okay.
Okay. All the bearings don't come with the housings, right? That comes from the donor axle.
Correct.
Okay, I was making sure.
But make sure you include the bearing, those guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm taking the bearings out.
I got you.
Um,
Oh, that's...
Mini RC says, I watch a channel called Diaries of a CEO, and they're like 2 to 3 hour video podcasts, and they have millions of views. Yeah, I think I I don't know how many subscribers you have and all that stuff, but possibly also a view counts as soon as you click on, as long as it loads the video and starts, they can click off and that counts. So that's one of the things that I think we're just niched down so far that I mean, you got to be Kevin Talbot building real monster trucks and shit to get that kind of views, I think. Since I do crawlers only, I know I mean, I get no bashers, I get no touring car guys, stuff like that, but I know that'll just never happen. 20-minute videos seem to be the norm for video length. Yeah, Mike, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I try to keep it at 20, or like the actual video will be 20, and then, if my blooper stuff at the end is like a minute and a half and it gets to 21 and a half, like I let that go. But if it gets over 20, I'm going back through and trying to chop stuff out. Either me just fucking blabbering, or which is 50% of the original raw footage. Chad Harvey, good evening, sir. Bill Clevenger, damn, where you boy? What? Where were you boy? What the fuck?
Where you boys work?
Where you boys work? You can edit videos and watch Cletus videos. They hiring? Yeah. I don't know what your skill set is, but I know my work is always hiring if you have the correct skills. You'd have to move here. So there's that. But
I sit at a computer all day, so
I work in maintenance, and if there's nothing to fix, then there's nothing to fix, basically. So I chill. Let's see. I've seen an editor's trick before where he messed up. He would raise his hand in the video, and then he would scroll through during editing and find where he raises his hand in editing. I do something like that. So the very first cut, I usually will kind of do like some sort of whatever, and I put it in 2 times speed. That way I'm just blasting through, and anytime I get up, I cut it. Anytime like you see me throw something in the box, then I start digging, I'll chop it there, and then once I come back, I'll chop it. So I can cut a good 6-7 minutes out just ripping through and quickly deleting all the, whatever the hell I'm doing and stuff like that. I'm finding little things that help me, but it's still hard, man. Editing is just... I see why people get paid a decent amount of money to edit videos for other people. I agree. Watch hours are the most important thing. My watch hours are pretty solid for my size. 15,000 subs. That's awesome. I'm at about under half of that. So, I mean, it's getting to the point where it's actually worth doing this now after almost 4 years. But Mike said, yep, crawling is a very niche hobby, for sure. There have been some other things I've been thinking about just because I've gained a lot of experience and know-how doing this, and I'm wondering if I can't, with another channel, start some other stuff, like maybe some one-to-one car things. I've thought about that, especially since my car's getting closer to being done. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was telling Jordan earlier, I went and saw my car yesterday. It's at my buddy's house.
So we're ditching RC cars. We're gonna go do one-to-one things.
Bud, I'll tell you, I don't really want to do that. The thing is I do enjoy all of this. That's what sucks. Is if I made twice as much money as I do, I could do both as I want to, but I don't and I can't.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's up, guys? At the oldest softball game, but I'll check in back later. Okay. Dustin's checking in. Shop Mini RC said that's a brilliant idea, Fallen. I agree. Fallen says if I'm busy, I'll click on the video and let it load so that way it's in my history, and then I'll come back to watch it later. That thunder fucks people, in all honesty. You are not doing the creator a favor by any means. Here we go. Alug says, when I actually did videos, I shot for 15 to 20. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I shot for, like, they're getting longer as the channel grows. I was trying to keep it at about 10 minutes at the very first, because I knew nobody's really watching me for me at that point in time. They're just kind of watching to see, like, whatever, which I don't know. I guess that's an odd way to put that, but you know what I'm talking about. Some sort of easy visual cue to indicate a required edit. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe start doing that. Rudy, yeah, all the big RC YouTubers have to talk like kindergarten teachers to suit their younger audiences. Talbot saying stuff like tumbly wumbly and talking like he's 5. I almost wonder if he doesn't just talk like that. Maybe he doesn't, but it's kind of hard to believe that he doesn't. Just his whole persona and stuff. But I also took a different path than a lot of people do, because especially after talking to people, there are a lot of people that let their, I mean, I'm not like crazy dirty or whatever, but I don't exactly censor everything. You all watch it, so you know what I'm talking about. But there are a lot of people that have 10, 11, 12, 14-year-old kids, whatever, that watch my channel. And I try to keep it semi-clean. I don't say some things. I don't talk about some things or whatever. But I don't think the path to... How do I want to put that? I don't think it's worth it to be completely PG or G rated, because I don't think enough young kids that their parents are going to care are going to watch this stuff anyway, especially with what I do. So I kind of took the, meeting meeting Mark from Crawler Cult and a couple other people, and taking the route that I've taken of, I'm going to personally try to keep it PG-13, but I'm not going to, not curse and say, oh, poopy, kind of thing, because I don't see it mattering. So I'm just not going to do it. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Colorado Adventure Club. Evening, sir. The shop mini. At least I post every week. Dude, I go at least every week. I'm trying to make mandatory Mondays, unless I just have something like if I didn't have videos built up and I wanted to do a Wheel Wednesday, then I would probably skip a Monday and I'd only do a Wheel Wednesday. But I do 100% try to do at least one a week. And especially now that I've changed to where if I'm out in the garage, I start recording, I have so much shit in my phone that maybe 20 minutes of me just doing something that I can put in fast forward and it makes a minute and a half of video. But I can take all those minute and a halves and make them into something, talk on camera for 4 minutes or do a voiceover and actually have, kind of like what I did with the Beat the Creek video,
Sorry, these
You're good.
are not going together very well.
Ah. You know what does go together really well?
New shit.
New shit? No, there's that too. Let's see.
Hi, Doug.
Rudy said, good point. The shop mini said, Fallen, when you click on a video and then back out, it shows as a leave and hurts the video's retention analytics. Yes. Yes, you are not doing how so, that way I can help. Yeah, basically kind of what he was saying. It shows as I loaded it, the first 3 seconds are stupid and I clicked out. That's basically what YouTube sees. YouTube, like, the more I learn about it, the dumber it is, because, so like I learned, and I don't know if you've noticed or anybody's noticed, whatever, that I stopped posting my videos, the link all over like Facebook pages and stuff, and they do better because YouTube only sees people coming from Facebook, and then for whatever the hell reason, they'll throttle your video to new people because it's like they only have people coming from outside, so that's like all they work. I don't know exactly what the hell, but I noticed a difference. I watch a lot of that stuff of how to make your channel better kind of thing or whatever, and that's what all of them said. Mike said, I'm a diesel mechanic. I swear like crazy. I try to keep it kind of clean, but it's hard being in the field that I'm in. Oh, dude, I work in a factory. Like I said, I work in a factory with a bunch of old dudes doing maintenance on machines. Like RCH is a literal form of measurement. So
What?
a red cooter hair,
Oh.
but not so nice. Literally my journeyman that I hang out with all the time. That is his form of measurement, and the color will depend on what he actually means. It's either red or black. The black one's a little more. That's a little thicker, move a little bit farther.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, I mean, let's see. But you should be able to click in and add it to a playlist, watch later. Yeah, I know it's the like little three buttons, or you do something, I can't remember. Can't remember how you do it on your phone. I do it all the time. But yeah, just add it to your watch later playlist, and you should be able to go back to it. Nolan, hello. Mini RC said, I have a horrible mouth. I have issue when I am at my 4 and 6-year-old school functions. Too much potty mouth. I can keep it under control as long as I think about it. If I see, like, like we went skating yesterday and I saw one of my favorite dads, this guy that's actually one of my daughter's friends' dads. And he also, I wouldn't say he worked construction, but basically, and we were at the skating rink, fucking shit assholes, like whatever. And there are women over there, like, my wife was like, so, I could see, whatever, but let's see. Mike said consistency is key. That's 100%. Doug, I'll post a progress pic later. LTD things. Nice. James K says, same, I have a potty mouth. Matt, you tame your mouth when needed. I've seen you at comps and events. You have plenty of self-control with your words around kids. 100%.
Yeah, me too.
My kids live with me, and they've seen me hurt myself, and so they know. They know but I mean, I treat my kids a little bit differently than I think a lot of people do, but I also am not going to be the reason that your kid hears whatever.
They probably had heard it from me.
Yes, that's fine, but they're not going to hear it from me. If you're under 13, 14, ish, roughly. Depending on the kid, obviously, I can kind of feel that out when I talk to people, but I will not be the one that your kid learns God only knows what, but from. Yikes, so sorry, I'll be better, I swear. It's okay. A lot of people don't know, and it's not something that I guess I could, but it'd be really freaking awkward. It's not something you can just bring up and be like, hey guys, did you know that this is how you achieve helpfulness on I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just, you do whatever. I still love you. Don't worry about it. Alright guys, just got home. I'm out for now. Alright, bye. Tell your little one and your wife I said hi.
So I guess I need to reach out to VP and see about getting some F9 bearing retainers, because there is the outer bearing shell is stuck in this retainer.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
So that's cool.
That's cool. That's a thing. That's a thing
Cool,
that happened.
cool. Let's put that back together for the 4th time or whatever it is.
Mini RC said we are driving our H10 optics like submarines on Saturday through the creek. Heyo, there you go. Chad said add heat. For that, okay. I had to put 2 and 2 together. I didn't know what the hell we were talking about. Dude, that's a fun time, and I do that also with some things, but I think I've discussed it before. My trucks all have levels. Like, there's some stuff that's basically a body swapped, like, I don't know, like a body stop. Shit. A body swapped Fordyce where it's literally just a stock truck. I'll submerge that. I don't care about that. 3 of us had them. They were all box stock minus my reef servo, and they killed it. That's, I mean, that's to be expected with almost anything new anymore, I would assume. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, like, unless you buy some Wangdu Landau, dirt runner piece of shit China thing, like, almost everything is good now. I mean, there's obviously some exceptions, but
Traxxas.
dude, like, you can take a TRX-4 and beat the donkey shit out of that thing, and it literally just keeps going.
I know.
Like, I think Traxxas people are worse than the Traxxas trucks. Let's see. My grandkids say some choice words because Papa has a potty mouth. I let my kids speak pretty freely to begin with. Not disrespectfully, but I was told to shut up a lot when I was a kid, and I don't do that to my kids. If they have a disagreement of some sort, as long as they're not crazy, I let them go, no, like,
No, you stupid motherfucker.
they don't do that. Garage, if you're in the garage, almost anything goes, especially if the radio's on. If you're singing along and it's, some sort of song they know the words to, I don't say shit. You're in the garage, you smash your finger, even at 7. Hey, bro, I get it. That shit hurts. Like, you know. And, like, Holden said something the other day. We were in the van, he was sleeping, and one of the girls was doing something. And he goes, let's call it Sloan. He goes, Sloan, you're pissing me off. And I was like, dude, not in here. That's not okay. It's not all right.
Does this look like the garage?
Does this look like the garage? The 2018 Honda? Let's see. Eric Van Gampler, what's going on? The Mini RC said, I heard him and Cody are talking. Let's see. Crawler J said, it's been a Monday. Dude, I think that was everybody. We got a group text, and I said something, and it seemed to get a lot of agreement. Jeremy said, kind of like cam bearings, they're just fine as long as you don't look at them. Precisely. That's what the guys at Sloppy say.
So while I agree with that mentality, when I opened up these axles, they were absolutely disgusting.
They were.
And one of the bearings inside is completely disintegrated. Like the little bearings, like roller little balls, are nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So it's probably time for a bearing swap in these.
Nolan said, I used a box stock Zool Saturday in the monsoon. Did fine, but I don't want to look inside of it. 100%. The part that sucks is if you, you do it and you know what's inside there. You don't have to look. You know what it looks like. And the longer you put it off, the worse it gets.
Let go, you mother...
Jesus.
See, is this another one of those that I should just not look at it?
No, I think you need to look at all the things in there. That's pretty nasty. Mike said, I love my TRX-4, super strong and takes everything I throw at it. I always recommend it for people that are going, hey, I'm buying my 5-year-old his first crawler, 100% a TRX-4. I watched my son beat that one to death that I gave to him.
Yeah.
Full speed, second gear, catching a tire on a curb or a real car tire or whatever. Spins, flips over, roll it back over, it takes off. They are real crazy. William said, you guys ever have any weird issues with BECs pulling power down, causing the motor to clog and overheat? That sounds more like an ESC problem than a BEC. I had a problem in Kentucky because I forgot to put the sensor wire on my Castle motor in the 10. I did figure that. Yeah, we figured that out. Chad said the only time a maintenance guy shuts his mouth is when HR walks up. Yeah, our HR guys are on the floor a lot, but we all see them coming. So we can usually kind of calm that down a little bit, I guess is the best word for it. Okay, so I will fully admit to being stupid, but
Okay.
how does this, is this, oh, it's outside maybe? I don't know. We're going to wing it. No, it can't be outside. Because I
Well-
can't get the fucking chuck on.
Are those the correct
Well,
brackets?
they're from Goober Nuts, Andre. These are prototypey parts, overnight parts from Japan. So
So I'm pretty sure everyone sells like specific axle.
I do what I want.
This is true. This is also true.
Let's see here. So this won't. I bet if I push it real hard, it will. Nope, I lied. Just joking. Dude, that's like. Let's see. The axles on the Juggy were full of nasty brown liquid from Trail 9. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Can't I just soak it in WD-40 after submarine action? I mean, in all honesty, it kind of depends. It depends on how crazy you got. I pack my axles like literally almost full of grease. So I'm trying to make a water barrier like in the tube. And
That's what this stupid thing had in it.
And most of the time, the outer bearings are usually the ones that are nasty. The inners, like the ring and pinion bearings, are usually still okay. But like I said, you just, I guess, kind of just depends. It depends on how crazy. If you go in the mud, is one thing. You know, just like doing. If you use them as a submarine, I mean, I just automatically assume we're taking everything apart. Rudy says, it wasn't rare to hear the old saying, children should be seen and not heard. Back in my youth, I could never say something so dumb to a kid. Yeah. I honestly wonder if that's why, like, what do I want to call it? I don't want to call it stupidity. But I honestly wonder if that's why wrongdoing, I guess, or something that's not fair just sends me over the edge because I spent a lot of time as a kid. That's not fair. Cool story. Shut the hell up. Okay. So, just kind of like, you know, just really just fucking gets at me. You know what I mean? Let's see. Playboy, what's going on? William Chandler says, the Crawlmaster in my jimmies. I moved the ESC and BEC, then every start. What? Really? That's weird. Everything started working right. Nolan said, William, sounds like there's a bad connection going on somewhere if you physically move the ESC and it started to work. That's what I was thinking. Jeremy said, what are we drinking tonight, fellas? Water and then...
High quality H2O.
Yep, water and then milk, as always, because I have to drive home. William Chandler, looked all over it and the wires found no damage. I did lower the pinion like Rob suggested. Oh, yeah, that'll do it for sure.
All right, let's dive into this.
This is irritating. I don't like this at all. Let's see if I can put this one back in. See if they're really that different. Oops. Probably won't put it on upside down. Not that much. Right there. Let's see here. Yep, got that. What the hell? Dude, look how much space is in between the shock and the link mount on this, right?
Yeah.
Put the HD44 in there. Right? Not so much.
The HD44 has different spacing.
Yeah, I've noticed
It's
that.
like the Pro.
Wonder if I can put these inside. Nope. That,
Yeah, they use a longer ball ends on the F10 stuff.
yeah. Well, they're both F10s though. These are HD44s and F10s.
Well, I think the HD44s are kind of leftover from
Makes sense. Well, shitballs. Let's see here. Oh, Playboy, does anybody know if the Rhino Outrunner motor in ESC is any good?
So I've only used it, one time,
One time.
and it worked well. That's all I can say.
That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I gotta say about that. I'm ready to go home now.
I gotta pay. You know, being that he's only 15, he's probably like, you guys are fucking stupid. H44 is not a F10.
Yeah, so it's like leftovers from the
Yeah.
F9.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. Let's see. I need another nut. Do you have a nut? Nut kit. Thank you, sir. Oh, heavens. You only have a couple left. You're gonna have to buy us some more 3mm nuts, I mean.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
You should hit up our friend Mike Kirby
I
at K&K Hardware.
Should for sure. I love to hit up our friend Mike Kirby. It's like 8 instead of the 6mm. Oh yeah, that's. So I have I would call these like Traxxas style deluxe stock balls, and dude, it's, I mean, like a millimeter too wide. Let's see. Colorado Adventure Club says H44 is not an F10. Nolan said they tune just like the Holmes ESCs, use the same program. It's only for the shock mounts. It's lame. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm running into. Okay, we can only try stuff until we find something that does work. James, Matt, you going to be at Abner this weekend? No, sir.
What is this weekend?
This weekend's the 0 to 2, right? I think. Hell, I don't know.
I wouldn't think so, since...
No.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not following it this year.
Yeah. I'm only doing We Rock, and the only reason I missed last week was, like I said, because of my daughter's birthday party. I somehow have not had any bites on that C2, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's too deep into comp season and now everybody's just kind of, you know, I have a truck, I don't need another truck or whatever, but
Could be.
I don't know. I don't think it's overpriced. Like, it's a really nice truck. You know what I mean?
I would agree.
This is stupid.
I need to post mine, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Trying to make this work and it's just not having it. I'm gonna leave it just like that, just that way it's on. I can.
What's the issue?
The mounts are too wide, so even if I like try to squeeze them together, it's just too much. So I have to see what I can do there. The only thing I can do is I could put spacers in between it, I guess. Yeah, 0 to 2. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I only have so much time, and it came down to trailing more often, which we still haven't really done, or 0 to 2, and I opted to stay out of 0 to 2. You know, Colorado Adventure Club said, "You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?" Yeah, it makes sense. I understood what you were saying. I was just trying to make it work, like see if I could just bolt it together and maybe pinch the springs a little bit, but it is not. I need some spacers and I need different bolts and all sorts of stuff. And clearly, me taking 3 M3 nuts was a little bit too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 of these back.
You took 3?
I did. There you go. Sorry, my bad. I'll bring my own fucking hardware from now on.
It's about damn time.
Oh, goodness. I'm just saying to say it. I have a bad habit of saying, does that make sense? Oh, I know what you're saying. We know what you're saying. And I think something that probably I can definitely relate to, and I'm sure Jordan can relate to, is when you're trying to explain things, you kind of second guess yourself. It's like, do I sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about, or like, am I conveying this?
I mean, I must sound enough of
Oh,
like I know what I'm talking about
that's for
because
sure.
people always ask me questions.
Yeah. Well, I know when I pull up Google online, your messenger pulls up. I do know that.
I believe it.
It's a hard line to walk, my friend. It's a hard line to walk.
Oh, this axle is gross.
Yeah.
The price of being a cheap ass.
There's that. There is that. Okay.
But hey, usually you don't turn down a set of axles that are the price of usually just housings.
But believe me, I bought a set. I understand. I get it. Well, Glenda was pissy. Not happy with me. Super pissed. So anyway, we were discussing our Bronco before I took off on a tangent about selling things. So, I have a body for an SCX 10-2, the pinched one. You know the... You know what I'm saying?
The deadbolt?
No, the Bronco body.
Okay.
So I have one of those. It's clear.
Okay.
Has a cage, but is missing the decals. So I took it and I lined it up with that regular Bronco body that I had narrowed. And the front and rear are exactly the same width. It just bows out at the doors and then goes back. So now my conundrum is, do I want to sell that body and take the money? Or do I want an already pinched and doved body that I can just build around? Like, do I want it to be straight on the sides, or do I want it to... You know what I'm saying?
Well, if it helps you in your decision, mine's going to be straight down the sides, just narrowed.
Yeah.
It's going to, what is that, sectioned?
Well, yes, it'll be sectioned this way. Dinner time. All right, man. Get back with us if you want to later, because we will probably still be here unless you eat really, really, really slow. Yeah. So I don't know that helps me, because see, part of me knows that using the 10-2 body will be a little bit cooler. You know, like it's not just narrowed, it'd be pinched and dubbed and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Part of me also knows that it's a semi-desirable body. So part of me really wants to cut it up.
Okay.
But also part of me wants to say, hey, that's a really desirable body, stupid. You should probably just sell it because you're already narrowing another body that you've already done, which is also fair. So, you know?
Or,
Oh, okay. Or
why not both?
build 2 buggies?
What, can you build it to where you can use both bodies?
No, because the main body of the 10-2 body is wider. Whereas like yours, you know, you were saying it's straight down the sides. This one goes out, doors, and then back in. But what I also thought about doing was I lined everything up and it seemed to be the same dimensions. I thought about cutting the front off of the 10-2 one, the pinched one. I thought about cutting it right at the fenders, cutting the doors off the straight one, putting the actual doors onto the pinched one. Kind of like how my Millbear is, or not my ProMod, I mean. And then taking the rear of the dovetailed one and putting it on and bolting it all together. That way it has doors and not those stupid freaking half door, stupid ass looking things that they have. I don't know.
I support that as well.
This doesn't help me in my decision making though.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I did decide that I'm going to keep those 1.7 race lines,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be used for my IFS buggy
Oh, there you go.
because I wanted a 419 Juggy, but Ultra 4 also usually can run 37s, as small as 37s. So 419s on that would be pretty cool too. And I don't know how strong that Element IFS is, so.
Yeah. Chad said, I'm still here just gluing bodies together. That didn't sound right. I get it. 100% get that. I was approached by a very, very nice man. I said, I don't think that's how I wanted to say that.
What?
Did you not watch the video from today?
Yeah?
Okay, so when I was talking about Squatch,
Oh, yeah.
originally I was like, so I was approached by a very, very nice man. I was like, nope, didn't like that.
Yeah, he did. He
Colorado
liked it.
Adventure Club said, I have to paint a dude's face. Oh, that's... Speaking of which, we need to send Cody pictures of our faces.
Ugh.
I know. I don't even like the thought of that. Ugh, ugh. You ugly. You ugly.
How does Vanquish not provide an 8mm axle nut wrench? What do you mean?
They provide a little extension doodad for your cross handle thingy.
Yeah,
Flop. Are you new here?
semi.
That's true, I guess. There should be a little... I don't know what the hell you'd call this thing. Here it is.
Also,
Adapter?
yeah,
There
an
should be a
adapter.
little adapter like that that goes on your cross wrench that's included in your spare parts bag, I believe. What now?
So I got this locked up shirt.
Yeah.
Already put grease all over the
Son
front.
of a bitch. Doesn't MIP make one? I have no idea. I use a turn down dynamite. That's not it. Where'd it go?
VP does. Well, not this one, but VP does make one.
Yeah. I use the dynamite 8mm and then I just put it on my belt sander for about, I don't know, 30 seconds and got her down to where I can stick about in anything. Now these would go with the housings, yes.
Yes.
Yep, just talking to myself at this point, really. I think. And the knuckles don't go. So those can go in the box.
Well, assuming he didn't buy the knuckles.
No. He hasn't even technically bought the housings yet. I mean, if we're getting technical. He also confirmed the trip we were just discussing, BTC, or October, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he told me yesterday. I forgot to tell you about that.
that he's in.
Yeah. I think he's in forever.
So we need to. We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, I agree. I know what you're talking about, and I agree. Let's see. Probably what I need one now. Putting together my carbon and it has a cross handle but not an 8, which the nuts are. Yes, it does. If it's a brand new kit, it should have one of those little black things in the spare parts. No adapter, but I'll keep looking. Okay. You do you, boo-boo. You do you.
I was gonna say it should be in there.
It should. My carbon kit came with one. Yeah. I'm saying it's in there. It's easy to miss though. It's little. I mean, it's only like that tall total. It's a little black doodad. If I knew where any of mine were, and any of them were I don't know. Anyway, if I knew where to find mine, I would say just run over to my house and I'll tell my wife where it is and get one, but I don't know where the hell they even are. Hey gents, just hopping in to say hi. My little guy turned 1 today. Well, tell him happy birthday. We were literally just talking about you.
Yeah. We were.
I'm taking apart your
Nice Canadian things.
your axle right now. Housing. Nice Canadian.
I'm cussing these pro axles.
Yeah. What is that? I need another paper towel.
I've used your allowance.
Oh shit. I'm sure, because I'll bring you another 12 or so. Awesomeness. And talking about metric tools too. Yeah. It's basically a Canadian day.
Hey?
Eh? Canadian day, eh? He didn't say eh as much as I thought he would. That must be like a different part of Canada.
He definitely said it.
He said it, but not like as much as I thought he would, you know what I'm saying?
You call him a fake Canadian?
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like if people thought that all Americans had like a southern accent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we have an accent to a degree, but not a whole lot. It's not like we're Glenn. Well, I down there in the mountains, I'll tell you what, I just get to do the dang thing and banging my cousin. You know, hey. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say sister, but...
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if he has a sister.
He's like Joe Dirt. You're my sister.
Mike said, "What's wrong with Canada?" Never said anything was wrong with Canada. Yeah. I like the 2 Canadian people that I know now. Matt's a good dude. Highly, damn it, that thing sucks too. Highly enjoyed hanging out with him for a couple days, for sure. Can't wait to do it a lot more times. Not it, but like hang out. Hopefully just not watching it rain.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. What's she doing up there?
I have no idea.
Sounds like she's taking another shower or something. You think she pooped herself?
She may be running the dishwasher.
That's a good point.
Who knows?
Who knows? Alright, there we go. Ew. Okay. Put this out of there. Oop. Blah. Dude, I got these from Rob. I don't know what that is. That looks like earwax. Like it's just disgusting. Like dirty earwax, obviously, but earwax. Ah. Everything's a hammer.
Not everything.
Everything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
You say so.
It looks like the axle is winning. Yes, both of them. Mike said, "Have you taken apart the axles and trans on the S66? The grease they use is like snot." I did, because I put a front in the rear, and then I put a trail front in the front, and it was gross. So, I was hoping to get another trail front, but that did not happen. That did not happen at the old Creeks of Beatings. Element grease looks like earwax. Yeah. I've seen some stuff in some old machines at work that is disgusting. But I'm pretty sure the same grease probably has asbestos in it for one, and it's been there since 1974 when the machine was bought, so, it's whatever.
Perfect.
It is what it is. Missed.
Yeah, these axles are kicking my ass for sure.
Peanut butter grease. Yeah. You could probably use peanut butter. It's greasy enough, right?
Sure.
What do you think over there, bud?
I'm not having fun.
RC trucks are so cool. This is the best.
Yeah.
I love it. Amazing.
Said someone, I think.
For sure. I mean, I like it in general. There are some days that I'm just like, what am I doing? Yesterday was one of those days.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just, sometimes I think about money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I sold all this crap. Yo! Jared Hopper? Chad says. John said I need a bigger hammer. I have stages of hammers. They get heavier as they go. Jared Hopper is here. But, Chad said Moto Man robots use peanut butter grease in their base axis. That's crazy.
Interesting. Jared, I assume your house is fine?
Yeah. Everything can be used as a hammer. Correct. Especially, these things are heavy enough. I'll whack the shit out of some stuff with some BP handles. We've been there.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
That's why none of the bearing caps stay in them.
They do. This one's one of the other ones. Is it the one? No, it's not that one. This one? Nope, I'm good. Woo. Bow, bow, bow. Stay, bitch. Stay there, oh, you heard me. I don't go there. Okay. Well, balls. But not everything can be used as lube. If you're brave enough. Get out of there. Come on now, Hoss. Come on. Oh, so I saw somebody gobbles and hossing this morning, and somebody new to the group didn't know. They're like, he was like, why do you all talk like idiots and 5-year-olds that can't spell? Good times.
Damn.
What?
Jared said his house barely got missed.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, I did see
I'm
that
glad it got missed.
wife and kids were good,
Yeah.
as of, the next morning. But
Yeah, 100%. This is on, right? Right? Yeah. This doesn't go anywhere.
What?
This doesn't go anywhere. It's what I pulled out.
Isn't it that longer?
Which one?
This guy.
That one? No. 'Cause it doesn't fit in the thing. I don't think. No. I don't know what's going on. We were very blessed, no doubt. Yeah, that's freaking scary. I did see a post in it's like 70s, 80s, 90s show trucks or lifted trucks, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
This guy had a really nice dent side, and he lived like a mile from.
Had?
No, he has, I guess. Has a really nice dent side. And he was like a mile, maybe, from where the tornado is. He's got this picture. His garage is here, his dent side's here, and the tornado's in the back. And there's just like shit flying everywhere out of the tornado. He's like, got this close. And there's this dude like, you need to get that thing in the garage ASAP. I'm like, what do you think a garage is going to do against that? They said it was like an EF4. It was a big ass tornado.
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
This guy said it was a 4. They had already classified it. But like, regardless, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? It's a tornado. And not just like a little spinny boy. Like it was a big one. And and I said, what do you think that's gonna do? He's like, anything helps. No. Unless you put it underground, you're not helping anything from a fucking tornado. Smooth brain. Alright, there you go, Metric Matt. I don't know if he's still here, but
I don't think so. He was just here. Here for a short time.
here for a short time,
We're here for a good time.
here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. That one.
I don't wanna change the world. Don't wanna change. So do these go with the axles? They do, right?
What?
These screws? Or no?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it. I mean,
I got him in this one, which is what I'm replacing it with, so I can give him these.
there you go.
I'll be nice. He's a nice guy. I'll give him to him. Ooh.
Or charge him the $8 that it costs you to replace them instead of the
Like,
40
well,
that.
Yeah, there's that too. I was gonna ask him if he wanted anything before I shipped everything. Like, do you want anything down here? And send it to my house.
Ship him some maple syrup.
Hell yeah. I saw where that lady was shipping the maple syrup and the stuff from BTC.
Yeah.
It looked delicious as usual. DR Custom Wiring, what is happening? We're both fighting axles.
Yeah, we're
and
having a great time.
it's the best. We are enjoying ourselves. Ooh, this one's already got pinion bearings in it too. So, speaking of pinion bearings, and just things in general, but back to one-to-one things, I am basically ready to measure for a drive shaft.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
I'm probably going over there maybe this upcoming weekend or the weekend after, and I'm putting my seats in, building brackets for the seats because I got G-body Monte Carlo seats for it that are buckets. I'm probably gonna build the shifter mount. I got me a little ratchet shifter. I'm gonna try and do the thing and be like this. So I build a pedestal, you know.
Yep.
Fucking race car shit.
Are you getting the motion
No, I will not be doing that.
raceworks one.
I have a. What the hell is that thing? I can't remember. It's yellow.
Yes, John. We are both losing
Bandit?
to axles. I got my ass kicked.
Ooh, titties. I'm gonna put that together once I get this back together. I'm not losing, but I'm not winning. I think it's a draw right now. Shouldn't have said that. Just,
Probably not.
I'm fucked now, but you've been thunder fucked. Said yeah, it's alright. We're doing fine. Yeah, it's alright. What you looking for, bud?
Some snips.
Snippities? Snippy snips? Snaps?
Yeah.
Those the race lines and the MTRs?
Uh,
Cool. What you gonna do? With all that ass inside them jeans.
well, I think for one side, it's gonna look like this,
Yeah, sir.
except it'll have, actual bearings on the inside.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Do you need some? Oh no, you can't. Never mind. I was gonna say you can't.
No, I have the bearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, John. We need a Bullman RC scale trail. I have discussed these things, sir. I have. I think my personal problem is A, I'm lazy and I don't want to make the trails where I could. B, I think it sounds like a good idea, and my grandma would be like, yeah, sure, until 1,000 people show up at her house. And then Janice might have a problem.
And then she busts out the shotgun and
Oh, no way. That's my favorite band, love some AC/DC. Was I singing AC/DC? Thunderstruck? Thunderstruck is my favorite AC/DC song. But definitely, I don't think AC/DC is my favorite band.
Do you have snips readily available?
Yes, sir. Here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. We'll cuddle back. John said, I should not have said that. As soon as I said it, I immediately regretted it. Immediately. So that was stupid. Shut up. If those 1,000 people each chipped in a $5 bill, I don't know that she would mind much. Yeah, except for then we got to buy porta potties and all sorts of stuff. And honestly, if we did do something like that, I would probably consider about 20 people.
Yeah.
I would consider about 20 people that I would invite outside Jordan and Doug and Logan. Maybe. I don't even know if it'd be that high. But Jared and Nolan would be one of them. No porta potties. There's the woods. I'm not shitting in the woods. Ain't gonna happen. Jared said I mean at a state park. I don't know. I know, didn't Turkey Run lay the law down about RC guys being there and stuff? I thought they did. I'm almost positive Turkey Run put a stop to that. Colorado Adventure Club. Or if you're a gold member, I mean, yeah, you got a hell of a trip if you want to come. You're more than welcome, probably, but it's a long ass trek. Oh, titties.
Babe, I got grease on my shirt already. Regular shirt.
Telling me stupid.
Tell me I'm stupid.
I just don't understand how you do it.
These axles kicked my ass.
To
That's
say they're gross.
exactly how it happened.
They're disgusting.
No, but you get a stain on every shirt you wear.
All right, listen. Get out of here. Be gone.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah.
You've never
Exactly.
seen Boondock Saints?
Thanks for my cookies and milk.
Kaylee, bye. She doesn't really seem like a Boondock Saints kind of gal. now that
She's
I-
not a movie kind of gal.
Really? I didn't know that.
No.
Just doesn't do movies in general.
No.
Make like a leaf and get the fuck out of here.
So do these little guys just...
Listen, Linda. I say that all the time to my wife because everybody calls her Linda.
Are those axles what you were hammering on? You made the dog bark?
No, that never happened. That we don't even know what you're talking about.
Was that the neighbor?
Yeah, pretty sure that was the neighbor.
It sounded awful lot like it's coming from your shop.
Did it? That's insane.
Well, that's weird because we've been here at the table.
Yeah. We can throw voices like noises though. So let's see. Cal Racing said no pork bodies. Glenn said hello. No one said Glenn isn't invited. Let's see. DR said I wouldn't have time, so my self-invite can go to someone else. You would 100% be invited, sir. That is a hell of a trek, though, for you. I mean, that's a hell of a trek for you to go anywhere, though. But it'd be like, it's like 10, what's my grandparents, 10 minutes from my house, maybe? 10 minutes south of me. Colorado Adventure Club says, I do plan to come out there and meet y'all. 100%. You definitely should try to come somewhere out here, down over here, and hang out with us, for sure. Glenn said, Allie's skull is still in the freezer at the moment. Apparently, I let most of my beetles and mealworms die because I'm a terrible bug owner and forgot to feed them. What a piece of shit. Ted said, oops. DR said, I'm just far enough to make it a pain in the ass to get to anything. Yeah. That's basically kind of what I was thinking. Like, you're just far enough from absolutely everywhere. But
Look at this. I already got another buggy halfway done.
don't say that. You have all these freaking people that are in your inbox already going, hey man, I saw that you were almost done with Nilla Bear 14. So what's the chance of getting on that list?
Pretty slim.
Yeah.
Glenn tagged me in that post on RC Tube Chassis where the guy wanted that
Oh, the
Jeep.
black one done? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like it. It looked cool, but were you on the post where I posted the Nilla Bear and somebody asked me who built it and I said that you did? And no, somebody asked me. I mean, a couple people have asked me, but one guy said that he saw it at Beat the Creek. He's like, who built that? And I was like, my friend Jordan. He's like, would he build me one? I said, no, probably not. Probably not, especially at this point.
Oh, that's what Glenn said. He's like, Jordan built this, but I don't know if he's taking orders.
This truck is just stupid. Okay. You know what? This is just, I'm gonna put the wheels on this and I'm gonna pretend like tonight didn't happen with this thing.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's a good idea.
I'm just gonna just be done with it. I saw Glenn's is done. What's the chance of getting number 69? 69's already teleguided, right?
Yeah, I think 69 has been claimed.
Yep, 69 has already been claimed. Jared said, we're having a little event down home at the Spillway. If y'all are interested, I can invite you to the event if you want to check it out. I'll take the invite for sure. We can see what we can do.
No.
Shit, I'm always open. See what we can figure out. Especially if it falls on that weekend I'm home alone. I'm gonna live in the garage. Well, I might not do that because it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna bring the garage inside, except for chopping and braising.
There you go.
Well, I may braise inside the house. Fuck it, I'll burn that bitch down. Nolan said he would like info as well. See, Jared, I think he would live close enough to where we could all kind of come down together. Like, not physically together, but like, that would be a central-ish meeting spot.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there's a campground close. Is there an Airbnb close? We don't do camping. We are bougie. I don't know what Bill's doing, but glamping. No thanks. I'm good. Especially any time in the very near future where it's going to be 85 and
400 degrees.
700% humidity outside. I am out. Laurel Lake in London, Kentucky. You know where that is? Isn't that over on the eastern side? Isn't that eastern Kentucky?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I was asking. Clearly. I like how this went from a running, driving truck to...
That's kind of your Monday night MO.
Yeah. That works. 2.5 hours for me, roughly. Isn't there a distillery near London? Oh,
Probably.
now we're going. Bill's like, fuck it, I'm going.
I really want to build this thing.
Ivan said milk and cookies plus RC build. Wow. Yeah, bud. We know how to do it. Oh, shit.
So I may have messed up, and by putting a NOD transmission in this, because that does not steer very much.
I think Andre makes something for that, though, to help it steer, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I've paid very little attention to that. Playboy said, I'll be back in a few running to store for a cold monster. Awesome. At first I thought that said Cloudbuster. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Hell yeah. All right, we'll be here probably. We got another hour at least, maybe an hour and a half.
At least 20 minutes or so. So I thought a lot more of this, like, went into the truck than it actually does. A lot of this is just display
Shit. Yeah.
which is really stupid on Element's part. But
I mean, I'm sure these little things are not too expensive to put on a tree. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like this whole frame, like the jack stand, frame rail, other jack stand is one piece. I thought the frame rail like slid into the frame rail, like this little plastic piece slid into the.
Oh,
actual
these aren't even okay. Gotcha.
Well, like I think bumper mounts probably
Yeah.
go into. Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know either. Gooch me.
Did we have a Spectrum tutorial?
I didn't do it yet. I didn't. You kind of disappeared.
Oh, that's why he's gonna catch it tomorrow. I got
Well,
you.
I wasn't gonna do it if you're not here. Would y'all use axial pro axles on a comp rig? I did, and I liked them to a point. They're not bad. I just switched to portals because I think for us, in particular, once again, this is all geographically, pertinent and stuff. for us, portals just work better because we have so many more breakovers, and the way that our stuff is basically just like stacked rock. I found myself dragging a straight axle across every goddamn thing.
Mine's still straight axle, so.
Well, you're gay, so there's that.
Rudy, the IFS2 is for one of my next buggy builds.
Time out. Jeremy, go get your rugged. Playboy said with extra brass.
For the pro axles.
Yeah, the brass tubes I don't think were worth it. They were some minute little addition over the steel ones. I think it was like almost nothing. Not worth buying for sure. The knuckles definitely would be, and then maybe something inside your tires. But I would not go through the effort of putting brass tubes on it for sure. I don't know what that is. Let's see, what is this? That's the brown one.
Rudy, my plan is the IFS2 front axle or front end.
Sorry, I interrupted you, by the way.
No, you're good. A F9 rear axle with trailing arms, and a single seat buggy. Probably pretty close to the Wolf Racing truck. Because my other plan is, instead of doing my trailing arms as the lowers, I have this stupid idea of making them the uppers and running like a real short shock, but still have plenty of travel due to the trailing arms. So
It's like wiping shit off. Like, it's like that, you ever wipe peanut butter out of shag carpet kind of poop, you know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Funny. What's up, dog? What?
Why?
Why?
Right now?
Yep, I'm gonna go get her.
Oh, like now?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What happened?
Okay.
Why are you responsible for it? Okay, fair enough. I mean, just asking. I know. You do you. Whatever. I think it's weird, but
Okay.
cool. We'll be here.
Do you need help?
I'll probably just like let her run around out down here for a while and then.
Whoa.
Okay. Anybody want a bunny?
Apparently there's going to be a bunny joining us again.
All right. Rudy, yes. So it'll be Ultra 4. And that's actually, Matt gave me a
Trailmaster.
Trailmaster 3300 kV. So I feel like that should be plenty of
Yeah, for sure.
power.
Okay. Hang on. Jeremy will go over this. So turn your spectrum on. Boop. All right. Wait for you. You're going to go to whatever model you're doing. This is a Expo tutorial on the live real quick, by the way. Exponential. Hit the OK button to bring up the menu. And then you're going to go down to where it says Exponential right under Rates. Click that. Then you're going to go down to where it says Steering. Click on it. Go up and it'll go to Throttle. And then you hit the button, say OK. And then you're going to go down to where it says Expo. Click the button. And then when you pull the trigger forward, that'll be the L. Or no, sorry, that's H. And then when you go backwards, it's L, I believe. So when you click it, you can go down. There we go. Whoops. Click it. Pull back on the trigger. And then you can move it up and down. You're going to want to go up. I use 30 on both. That's where I put a 2-in-1 Holmes in the pineapple, and that's where it was really happy. That'll give you like, basically you get way more adjustment, I guess. Your trigger for the first, let's call it 30%, is dialed way back to much smaller steps. Fair?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And Dustin, that would have been a good idea for me to hold the camera over his shoulder, but
Well, he's got it on. Like, he's literally,
oh yeah, that's true.
he has it in his hand. We should. I gave him plenty of. Cow racing. Laurel Lake is 4 hours away, but there's more. There's a distillery.
As long as there's a distillery.
Yep. Bill's in. As long as there's a distillery. That means if it's 4 hours from him, that's only, I mean, be like 3.5 for you, but it'd be about 3 for me, depending on.
Yeah.
Is that Fish and Bill? No, that's my dad. Cow racing is my dad. I don't know if you met him at Beat the Creek or any other thing we've gone to.
This is my Bronco. It's very Jeep shaped at the moment. But
Is it? That's a weird looking Bronco. I did. Super good dude. My dad is a good dude.
he's alright.
He's aight. He's a hell of a personal chef. I know that much.
Yeah. That is true.
That is perk number 1 when he goes with us. I don't know how many people I talk to that were like, "What's that smell over here?" I'm like, "We kind of have a guy back here grilling for
It's
us
our
every day."
personal
They're like, "The fuck?" I'm like, "Hey man,
When
sorry."
you get big time like us, you know,
Yeah,
I
I was
mean,
gonna say, sorry for being awesome.
you don't want to rely on others to cook your meals. You know,
Ew.
you got to bring the chef with you.
Not just that, like, just so much better to be able to pick what we're having for lunch as opposed to like, oh, what's in the old fucking meat wagon over there?
I wonder if there's people that ever like just barely tune in and hear us say shit like that. They're like, "Wow,
I mean, I just don't want to be stuck with,
the peasants."
tomorrow, do you want a cheeseburger or a tenderloin for lunch? Oh, by the way, we're here late enough that I'm hungry again. Do you want a cheeseburger or a tenderloin for lunch? Or dinner, plus fries? Like, it just, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. All that YouTube money has to be spent somewhere. You okay?
Yeah, that must be where it all goes, because I sure as hell don't see anything.
Hey, I gave you guys the option.
I know, and I reinvested it.
Yeah, I know. I gave both of you the option. Ugh. Just stuck my arm in brown poop grease. Let's see. Last year BTC gave me a bowl of breakfast something. I have no clue what it was, but it was great. Jared said the campground close to the spillway has little cabins that rent out a couple miles from the spillway. Do the cabins have AC though? That's the important question. DR Custom Wiring. I want a cheeseburger on my tenderloin. That honestly doesn't sound bad.
Sounds a little excessive, but
You know what's crazy is if you
I'd
have
be
you
down
ever
to try it.
have you ever seen the like foodie groups and shit on Facebook? Like, have you ever seen any of those at all? Where they're, just people that are like roadside food places, whatever.
Maybe.
I have seen so many people that go down to that place that's like kind of, I guess, what you'd call Edinburgh, I think. It used to be a Wendy's. Robert and I went there. The tenderloin is literally bigger than that plate. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
put a bun on it. Yeah. Yeah.
We went there. I forget who all went, but yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. There are so many people that go down there and post pictures of that. And I don't know how many times I saw, this is an AI. This has got to be AI and fake. Photoshop. Well, of course, because, boomers don't know about AI, but they're like, Photoshop, this isn't real. Like, oh, yeah. They give you a box They basically give you a sandwich, then give you a box, and they're like, "Here you go. This is for the rest of your tenderloin." Fat piece of shit, and you shouldn't be eating it here. Let's see. Jared said y'all would have a blast. Nolan said, "I think I stayed in those cabins a while ago. Didn't have AC at the time." Ew. I said, "What's the campground called?" Dustin said, "I made fried bologna grilled cheese on Sunday." I don't know that I would turn that down. That does sound good. The Edinburgh Diner has a good tenderloin. It's very thin, though. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Isn't that it?
Yeah,
Edinburgh?
I think so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you take it and you just beat it to death, like in a 10-ton press or something to get it that big and thin, I think it's kind of cool. Alright, so this has overdrive in it. Mental note.
Go in your hole.
Hey. Come on. Camo.
All right. So I'm in the same boat you are with the
Stupidity.
going from F10s to F9s where
Oh, man, that's
the
fun.
shocks don't freaking work anymore.
This is the best. I love RC
I
cars.
still love it here.
RC cars are the coolest. I completely don't regret all my decisions in the last few years. That's weird. I like my tenderloins like I like my ladies. Thick.
I don't know why I had to approve that.
Yeah, that was weird. Usually, I know why we have to approve things. That
Yeah.
was. That was. What the hell? Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do it. Don't
Did it.
do it. Done did it. Come on. Get in there. Bitch. You motherfucker.
Yeah, I figured I didn't need two JLs on
What the hell?
F9s. So this one will become my Bronco.
I wonder if it's in a bind. Maybe I should loosen these up because that would make sense. I'm gonna guess there's at least how many acres? 10 to 15 acres of just rock to play on. Oh damn.
Yes.
When is this, Jared?
Yeah, that's another important thing.
That's a big facts. There we go. Now we're in. I had it in a bind. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
August 1st and 2nd.
Oofta. It's hot then.
Indeed. Is it shaded?
That's actually when I try to stay indoors. You know, I was talking to my friend down in South Carolina and Lid's mom as well, and their building season is like midsummer. Their comp season is basically like early spring, winter, fall. Because it's so goddamn hot down there and so nasty and humid that like they just don't want to be outside. Like you just don't go outside in July and August. You just stay indoors. I thought that was kind of weird. Not weird, but like wild to think about that we're like, oh goddamn, it's hot out here, but you can still be outside if you really have to, and they avoid it like the plague.
Yeah.
They're like, ugh, outside is dangerous. I don't like it.
Also, I understand why they make those kingpins replaceable. But dear God, those are a pain in the ass.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Anytime y'all wanted to come, we could just go trail. We could, at 3 hours, that could be a day. Like, I'll drive down, you drive back, you know, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And we let Bill sit in the passenger seat because he drives slow. And Suburban overheats. Can't let him drive separately or we'll have to continually turn back around.
Been there, done that.
Been there. Got the t-shirt.
I don't know, maybe my 419 JL needs 475s
Ew.
and stay slammed.
And that like southern style or whatever. The short and wide and tall tars. I'm building more power supplies. That sounds terrible. Everything you do, like when you post it and you're like, this is what I'm doing today, looks like the absolute most not fun thing ever.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy it, but for me personally, like I'm sure we do things that people are like, this is stupid. Like, I mean, like what we're doing now, but. Like, I'm soldering together 15 power supplies because some hobby shop ordered. I'm like, meh, I'm good.
Take it easy, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy. There we go. Nice. Inner more.
I hear my roommate.
Is that Kona's dinner? Food.
Do you need help, babe?
Yeah, do you need Jordan to help you? There goes the Vanquish hammer. It's 30 this round, then probably 30 more in a couple weeks. Ugh. Playboy said they're just like real cars and need work done to them sometimes. Dude, I don't know. I feel like they always need work. Is that right?
I'm not gonna be in this video, am
I don't think so. As long
No, as long as you stay that side of this chair.
right here, the chair. I can always spin it over if you want to, though.
I? No, thank you.
No? Okay, cool. Come on. Okay. So you're okay. What was the story with the bunny? Why are you acquiring a roommate in your roommate's area? You have a current roommate in your future roommate's area. Now that I think about it.
It was too much.
Which,
Jordan looks confused as to what's happening right now.
Doesn't. Well, this is a day in my life.
The thing is, it doesn't. This I don't think was part of the plan.
It was not.
By
no, she
any.
texted me about
Is it raining?
5 minutes before he came out. No, I'm sweaty.
Oh, okay. Gross.
Where's Jeremy? Where's the bourbon? We're switching it up.
I don't see how owning a rabbit can be too much. Like this thing that sits here all day that I only have to feed like every other day and clean its pen out every
Bruh.
3
No,
days.
you gotta bring it fresh vegetables twice a day.
Oh no, she'll either starve to death or she'll eat the vegetables that are there. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep. Anyway, comparatively, a rabbit is not that crazy of a pet. Oh, we bringing that guy out?
Yeah, why not?
Your new thing? That's a thing.
That's a thing.
Those are knockoffs, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I didn't assume that you got
This is.
the deal you did for real D44s, but
Wait, what?
the axles?
I just bought the body.
Oh, you just bought the
The
body?
chassis.
Oh, okay.
What
now-
I've been working
now I
for
see.
the Sector 7.
Gotcha.
But I
Oh,
was
never
like,
mind. That's not what I thought it was. I thought that was the one from Mitten. And then just because it was green and I just didn't look at it.
oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I did not get that one.
That one was mall crawlered a little too hard for me.
Yes. So, Mike Abner would probably appreciate this body.
Dustin said, Matt's like girl sweat. Yucky. Bye, Nolan. See you
I'm
later.
like drenched.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought it was raining. Playboy said I need some stickers for inside of Lexan to paint over. Like masks? Like a paint mask? You can get those on eBay if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, go ahead. Mike Abner would appreciate it.
Yeah, because he's been collecting the
The two-door JKs.
the army green two doors.
Yeah. I saw some people that were asking some decent money for those two doors, and I was just like, man,
Well, I'm probably gonna hurt somebody's feelings when I
chop it up.
Yeah.
Good for you. I thoroughly enjoy that part of cutting up things.
Although it does look pretty good as a.
Does it? Does it though? What are you gonna do to it? Comp cut it?
Yeah.
Stretch it?
Yeah. Comp cut it, and I don't know if I want to go to a full like 12.3 wheelbase.
12. What is it now? Like 11 and a half? They're short, right?
Yeah, this is probably 11 or so.
Jesus. You gonna add an inch and a half to it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far back I'm gonna.
Hang on just a second. Let's see. Dustin said, at least this roommate you don't have to build a wall for. Doug said, I'm back listening to you on the way home. Well, welcome back. Playboy said, yes, a custom one. The only way that I know to do that is if you have a friend, like I know a guy that does custom vinyl stuff, that could work. Or Jordan has a Cricut, and he makes some. Did you end up making that Viking? No. Okay, I forgot about that until now.
So you said
I know I told you not to worry about it.
not to worry about it, and then earlier today I was like, I ought to make that today, and then give it to him this evening.
Yeah.
And then
You forgot.
I continued working, and
Don't care about me. That's cool.
yeah.
Fine. Yeah. So that's, or you can, I don't know about custom. It just depends on what you want. Like if you're trying to do like words or some shit or whatever, like you're obviously not going to find that. But there's a ton of them on eBay. That's where I get almost all of mine. If you just look up like Paint Mask RC, there's a guy, I cannot remember his name, but I've got a ton of them off of him. And he also combines shipping. So like if you like a couple of them, I think they're like, let's say $6.50 a piece or whatever, right? But it's like $4 to ship. But if you put them all in the cart, he'll send you a refund, and he only charges you, I think it's like 25 cents per sheet after the first one.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, so your initial shipping is going to be, like I ordered like 7 of them. It's like $28. And but it said that he'll combine it or whatever, and he just sent me a refund. But that's what I use. That's what I'm using on my Pro Mod body, is just some of those random paint masks.
That is annoying that a lot of people on eBay don't
Yeah,
combine shipping.
yeah. I got a refund today for some stuff I bought last night. It was the same thing from the same guy, but when I picked quantity, it doubled the shipping as well, which was stupid because they're both tiny. Stupid. I forgot to put the front drive shaft in this. And I forgot to put this hex and this wheel pin and everything on this one. Killing it tonight, I'm telling you. Just killing it.
Are you gonna run 475s on that one?
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, boy. I had to do something. There's no point in having both of them and having to be the same damn thing. That just seemed silly to me, so figured I'd step up to big boy tires on this one. I saw one move. Yeah, I want to do a custom paint job on a Blazer body. Those are literally your 3 options. You find somebody with a Cricut, you make a friend that actually does vinyl, or you find somebody that does vinyl, or you use what they can. Somebody, I guess, on eBay may do custom ones. That doesn't even look like a bunny.
It's not a bunny.
Well,
Oh, shit.
fucking lied to me then. face, liar.
The next time she comes down here, you think she's going to bring a bunny. She's really just going to bring a knife to stab you with.
That's fun.
Yeah, this thing definitely needs stretched. I've seen a couple that are pretty simple that are stretched. Just look
Yeah.
nice and
Simple.
yeah.
Simple.
Good evening, Rad Rat.
Hey-o!
Probably pull the top. I may leave the top on it, but I'd definitely build a cage for it.
Haley or the Jeep?
You never know.
I don't blame you either way.
I guess it depends on how much more shit you give her.
May have to put her in a cage. You know, she should know. I just give her shit because I like her. You know, we're friends.
So does that have overdrive in the transfer case and I think you said in one of the axles?
The front is overdriven. That is a 0% transfer case.
Oh. You looked
I'm
at
at my step goal. Do you have paper towels?
yeah, plenty of them.
Mine in the video.
And as long as you stay on that side of the Jeep.
It's the edge of the cup right there. Oh, I saw your hand. I see your face.
Matt, I'm gonna punch you.
You're not.
I am in the mood for violence.
Awesome.
Please do not test me. Can I have more? Happy Monday Night Live, guys. Welcome to our home.
Welcome to our home. Playboy said, does anyone do airbrush here? I don't do it for anybody else. I'm not good enough to even remotely start down that path.
I apparently am gaining an airbrush.
You are?
Yeah. Whenever my walled-in roommate moves in.
Your walled-in roommate?
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what kind he has?
The airbrush kind.
Ah, okay. Is he an airbrusher? Playboy said, rest in peace, Matt.
Yeah.
Do you have a bag, like a little Ziploc or something? I can put this stuff in? Jesus.
Bag. I can go get you one.
Okay. Did the bunny come in a bag I can borrow? That'll work. Thank you. Shit, what were you saying? I don't remember.
I don't know what I was saying either.
Sorry, guys.
Did it get wet?
Huh?
Why is it all like stuck together like that? It just does that?
No, yeah, it's just like paper bedding.
Yeah. Making it sleep on paper like a bum on the street
No, they have like bed.
made of paper? It's
No,
like a
this
cardboard
isn't-
house.
This is a glitter box.
Is it?
Yes,
You make
it's
it poop on paper? God. What the hell kind of place is this?
You know, you get what you get when you don't throw fit. And if you do throw fit, you apparently go and get neglected at the neighbors.
Good point.
Oh. Alrighty then.
Oh, heavens. That's funny. You get neglected at the neighbors. Jesus.
So I've done absolutely nothing. I haven't done anything RC related since we got back from a BTC.
Really?
Yeah.
I have, but I haven't. I spent Saturday.
Chad said, "This is why I love this show." Bill suggests that she be on.
She should be on with
night.
Doug, isn't? I don't think
Good-
she.
good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't think she would like that, honestly. I think it would be hilarious, but
She would tell us we're all a bunch of freaking nerds.
Idiots. I could see idiots coming out. Especially for the two in person. You guys are stupid. Not you guys, but these two.
Just be like, you guys watch them every week, so you're also stupid.
You guys are just dumb. These two are stupid. It's funny. I have like poop on my arm. Poop grease. That won't work. This is not fun.
So, does this just like come apart? You
Yeah, you just unscrew it. I don't care.
what?
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, sir.
Oh God,
Yeah, they're really long.
they go all the way top to
They go all
bottom.
the way through.
You guys ever wonder what's in a brushless motor?
Well, if you didn't, we're about to show you. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter if you've never seen it. We're going to show you regardless.
Ta-da! It's all.
Try to pull that bitch out.
Yeah, right.
Try and pull it out.
Oh God. Oh God, what am I?
It's
doing?
just got a. It's a fine. It's just a gasket. You can send in pieces anyway. It won't really matter. Let me guess. Not brushes in a brushless. There's no brushes in a brushless.
So there's the front cover.
It should have a bearing.
Should have a bearing right here.
One of my trucks ate it, so it's not there anymore.
And it's got a back cover with your sensor board. So I know you can buy these. These are pricey little buggers.
Yeah. And there's a shoe glued in sensor wire too that I gave you, so you're welcome. John said, first show Matt gets hit several times. Yes, probably.
Oh, it's coming out. So my question is, if I get it out,
Oh, it'll go back in. Just watch your fingers. Because I pulled it out yesterday. Because when it goes in, it slams in there. And it'll take your fingers with it. You ain't gonna take it out?
no.
Pussy.
So Matt's like, here, do you want this piece of junk?
That's not true. That's not true. I said sending it in is not really worth it if you have to pay for the motor. However, I will give this motor to you if
Well, I think I can just buy the bearing, right?
I have no idea. He told me to send it in. And then he was like, it's like $42 for a service or some shit. And I was like, I don't care that much. So,
I almost told you to bring one of the other ones. And then
and then what?
if I get this one working, then I get it working. If not,
Oh, yeah. Oops.
because part of me is like, if I'm going to build an Ultra 4 style truck, it needs to be able to go a little bit faster.
I mean, that's a 3300. It's
Right.
not
Which
slow.
is why I wanted this one.
The only thing I had bigger, Nolan bought today, so he bought the 3800.
I did see that one.
Oops.
I'm surprised Glenn didn't jump on it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I probably wanted too much. It wasn't free, so Glenn didn't want it.
Well, he'd probably seen one for 4 pesos
Yeah.
online before.
probably.
And so,
So $40. Got a crackhead down the street's got one. He said he'd sell me for 12. I was really giggling whenever he said he would actually pay me for those wheels I sent yesterday. I was like, I'm not that dumb.
you know,
I
I'll give him credit.
I know you're a liar.
He paid for that buggy.
Yeah, I know. but I know he wouldn't pay what I want for those wheels. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not Glen pricing. Because I asked my resale group today, what do you think these are worth? They were like, I don't.
I was gonna say, does anybody even know that you have those?
No, I would guarantee that is 2 out of 2, or if not, it's gonna be 2 out of 3 sets. What sucks is as soon as you open them. No, I guess that's not true because they're raw. They're not clear. So you'd still know. They're machine finish.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that they're in sealed bags inside a sealed VP bag. Bun.
I thought that was just more stuff.
Yeah. No, she finally brought the bunny down.
Here you go, Mama.
She's probably so confused. She's like, what the hell is going on?
That was the weirdest vacation ever.
0 stars.
That Airbnb sucked.
I want a refund.
I am getting on Yelp.
Same.
So out of curiosity, did they say, hey, can you come get the bunny? Or did they say, hey, this won't work, come get her?
They said, hey, I don't think we can handle the bunny. And I said,
We're incapable of feeding a bunny.
okay, when do you want me to come get her? And I said, I could come tomorrow morning. Yeah, I work in the morning. I said, okay, I'll be over in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Poor Bun Bun. Poor Bun Bun.
Hi, baby girl.
I have to name her something cool.
I named her Ellie.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Ellie sounds like she has too many teeth already.
It's like, Brandon, how many money?
Her roommate has a roommate already. Let's see.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Like a real one?
Oh. He went the other way, so I'm not sure what's back there. Oh, heavens. Heavens to Betsy.
Remember that time that your wife wanted a bunny and I
No,
was like,
no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I was like, oh, unfortunately my neighbors are taking it.
Unfortunately, she's not going home with me.
I'm gonna text Lydia.
I don't care. You can text her all you want to. Go for it.
Remember that bunny?
Hey, you remember that bunny? I'm like, hey, remember that time you bitched about the fact that our house is already too small for a dog and 3 kids? Let's not add a hop along to it.
Were you all discussing you taking it?
Yeah, that's what she's trying to talk about, and I said no.
I was gonna call Lydia.
Joke's on you, she's probably already asleep.
She doesn't have to.
Oh no, it would have to be today. For sure. You know?
Hi, Chunky baby. Look at her. I think she got fatter.
How? They didn't feed her.
Come on, Chunky.
Huh? They
I want to
overfed
feed
her?
her like fruits and vegetables, like fruits.
Okay, well, what's the problem then? I don't see how this bunny was a problem. I'm confused.
Who knows?
You have a bunny, which is already
Okay.
clearly very low effort.
I disagree highly with your statement that
Really?
bunnies are low effort. Yes.
Oh, well, see, I'm glad you did because now I can repeat that to Lyd and be like, hey, you know that thing you were talking about?
I already told you.
My stepdad was trying to talk her into it the other day. He was like, we had a bunny when Matt was a kid. And I was like, you shut up. Shut your mouth.
Well, considering she was in my basement for like 40 minutes and her eyes were all swollen because of the hay,
I do love allergies sometimes.
I don't think the bunnies in the future.
Bill said Kevin needs a friend.
Kevin does not need a friend. It's like the third time Bill said that, and I disagree still.
Oh, is Bill on here? Bill, do you want to money?
Oh, that'll happen. Honest, that's a
You want
possibility. Come eat her?
Meet
Oh.
her?
Doug said, put it back outside.
No.
That's where she belongs.
It's not.
She's for the streets. Can't trust her.
No, she's not.
She's for the streets.
She's a baby angel.
Baby angel.
I'm broken.
You're broken?
Yeah, I think my back is broken.
Oh, from carrying your big fat bunny?
If I have a black eye tomorrow,
It's my fault.
I'm driving down to your house and kicking your ass.
That's fun. Kevin has friends, by the way. I bought Lyd a bird feeder with a camera, and we got to see all the wildlife that is at our house at night, especially. And we saw raccoons, and Kevin's like 5 friends. We saw a shitload of different birds.
Haley likes to watch our cameras and see what kind of wildlife like went across the driveway and shit in
Yeah.
the middle of the night.
Whoops. Yeah.
Well, the locked up rings were not the move for these.
Not the answer?
No.
That sucks. Oh. I have piqued the attention from Das Booney. So when'd your brother move in?
End of June, 1st of July.
That's what I thought. That's a heck of a project you got going on here over here.
Yeah.
Where are you guys gonna put all the workout equipment?
I don't know.
Is he sleeping on it?
Maybe.
This is your bed, bitch. Gotcha.
I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, fair enough.
I think the one thing we're gonna get rid of, the big thing,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it is like collapsible.
The vacuum.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
So I think doing something with the bed over there or something. I don't know what Haley said.
Are you gonna move Emily back in so she can have it?
No,
Oh, okay.
absolutely not.
You know what sucks? Like, I guess not sucks, but like, would be so much better is if that whole thing would have like been a year later. Like when we had more than 6 people watching at any point in time,
Yeah.
just so that everyone could have experienced that stupidity. I think it would have been so much better.
Y'all know what really sucks?
Your
Your opinions.
Oh, your taste in vehicles. A vacuum.
So anyway, how do we block him?
I don't remember. I don't have the capability over here.
You don't?
I haven't made this a
Oh,
admin.
because your actual account is. Speaking of really, really bad dad jokes, we haven't seen Blind Guy in a while.
You're correct. Maybe he realized we made another Canadian friend and now he's upset.
Maybe.
Little bitch.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's that kind of thing that pisses him off. I don't know, I haven't seen him. Hope he's okay. Oh. What's doing over there?
Oh, just, putting my wheels back the way they were.
New boot goofing. Don't mind me, I'm just new boot goofing.
The wheels and tires that I built for my 419 Juggy like a year ago.
Interested?
What is it?
It's a brazen flatline.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna be selling this if you guys are interested.
What was that from?
Brazen flatline?
No shit.
What do you mean?
But that was a part of a truck.
Oh, my straight axle Phoenix that I had. The one with the black body with the green lightning bolt.
Oh.
Yeah, I took it apart. I'm gonna build it into a buggy.
Okay.
It's gonna be a buggy here soon. Hopefully by the oh, that's cool. I'm glad that it has. Glad it has the. Oh, doesn't even have the clamping screws. It's just literally wedged on there. Pressure.
So if anybody's keeping track, that's 2 trucks that came over to my house to die.
No, that one was already taken apart before Beats Creek. I took the Mamba and the Spectrum out of it beforehand. They don't come over here to die. They come over here to save me time from taking them apart later. There's a difference.
I don't see them go back together.
Well, maybe you should start watching my videos then. That's what friends do. But hey, whatever.
Bitch, I watch them when you send them early. And then again, because I don't know if they actually count when I watch them early.
I don't know if they do. I'm not 100% sure how that
So I watch them again once you post them.
Bitch. I'm not sure.
And you should be honored because there's only one other YouTube channel that I actually watch.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
You and Cletus,
Appreciate it.
my boys. John Lau said to be sacrificed. Yeah.
Richard B., hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. We're like the Aztecs over here. This is the sacrificial table.
Yeah.
Blood spills on the floor.
I don't know what we're supposed to get in return for your sacrifices, but
I get buggies eventually. Not from you, but just in general.
Haley, would you like to sit down? Hang out with us?
Yeah.
No.
We'll come take a load off.
It was suggested that on the weeks that Doug is not here, that you should join us.
Yes.
I wish they could see my hair right now.
I don't really think that matters at all.
That matters.
I mean, you do look a little crazy, but I don't.
Do I look a little crazy?
You got the little thing over here, and then this side's like this.
Well, it is kind of sticking out, isn't it? I'm gonna have to shower again. Oh, there's a rabbit hole on it.
Well, we may wrap up here pretty soon, and then that way you're not up super late.
We're walking through here naked again.
Yeah.
I don't care. Either way, whatever floats y'all's.
So Colorado Adventure Club said, I'm pretty sure it counts. Rad Rash said, hey, isn't his tumbler on your buggy?
This
Oh,
one? Yeah.
now I get what you're saying. Kind of, yeah. As close as I could get it, because this is like a dry brush kind of. I couldn't figure out how the hell to do that. So, but very close. Yes, that's the cup is called the Jazz Cup, and that is what the Samurai buggy that I built is based off of. Fallen says, I'm back, and I agree, Jordan, with Month of Freedom daily video plus Matt's channel. It's keeping me busy behind on videos. Yeah, I know that. I watch Cletus every day, or I try to, for the most part. Some of them, when he talks about the plane, I don't really care about the plane. Let's be honest. Glenn said he watches me and Vermont Scale RC, the only 2 YouTube channels he's subscribed to. Glenn said, I mean, she married Jordan. We all assume she's crazy anyway.
Fair.
John said, come on, Jordan, tell Haley to smack him.
I don't think anyone has to encourage that.
I'm currently aware that I'm walking a fine line.
Getting smacked.
By me?
Yeah.
Physical abuse by my redheaded friend. I dated one of your kind. I have a real good idea of where that just tippy toe back and forth.
No, I just ignored like half of what you say.
You have to be careful though, because sometimes that line makes a real hard left or right turn. And you won't see it coming.
That's true.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Jared.
Jared, see you later. Definitely check into that spillway thing.
Yeah.
For sure. These rings are so cool.
Yeah, I think I just need to get a set of the actual
Actual
wheels.
priorities. In black or raw?
Raw.
Hell yeah.
They only had 3 in stock the other day.
Fallen said, I like the Cub videos. That plane is sweet, plus he competes with it. I just don't care about planes. I think, like, I like what he does.
I guess I just don't watch the ones with the planes. Like, if it's based on the plane, I just don't watch it.
Yeah, something about, I saw where he said, oh, the plane crashed into my airfield.
Oh, I did watch that one.
I didn't watch that. The one about, this is the house on the airfield thing, I didn't watch that.
So some of those videos are kind of cool too.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's just like one of the videos they were laying like the block foundation. And so he was out there and he was like, let me do a section. And they're like, this back corner in the garage, that'll work. You can do this. But the one where they wrecked the plane, I don't know who the guy was, but they were there for an event. And they got too close because they bought that plane and it was going to be like $3 million to fix it. So they're just putting it out front at the Freedom Factory. And so I don't know if these guys were like pulling by to like check it out and just got too close and got tangled up in the wing and the tail. But so I did watch that one.
She's very, very loud when she chews. It's very inconsiderate. We need to have a discussion with her. Tell Guide's back, by the way.
I saw that.
Playboy said, no, it makes a U-turn. I'm guessing he read the headline.
Yeah. I believe it.
I guess including the one that doesn't fly, he has 3 planes and a helicopter, right?
Yeah, Consuela.
Yeah, I do know the helicopter because I was watching the one where he rebuilt that 480, and he was talking about price, and the guy was like, "So usually people that don't fly in on helicopters, like
They don't. I've never negotiated down on price.
yeah, to a guy that flew in on a helicopter." Yeah.
Well, we were talking about that earlier with the one plane that he's got, and how like from his video I think today, where he was talking about how like that has saved them.
Oh yeah.
I think he said it was like 14 additional nights that he's been able to spend at home with his family, just by having the plane and not having to go to the airport and deal with all that. You know, he can load the guys up on the plane, fly home real quick. Everyone goes home, sleeps in their own bed.
Yeah, a 9-hour drive is a 3-hour flight, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that exactly calculates, but you know.
Yeah, I think the math is there.
I mean, it seemed good.
Works for me.
I like it. I watched the RV series, had me rolling. I didn't watch all of that.
That was a good series. I liked that one, and I liked the cheap, like the sick week or whatever.
Oh, I love that part. I love the cheap drag car thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm also partial because Lumberjack is literally the wagon. Like, when they first got it, 2AT is what the wagon is. 9-inch, almost the same rear gear, same transmission, same turbo, 5.3, same chassis, everything.
Other than it's not a 9-inch.
Oh, it was an 8-inch, or is it 10 bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know what I meant. Anyway, had the same rear gear, all that shit. So I was kind of excited to see that because it hit so close to home. And seeing if I put work into the wagon, what it would do if I could drive, which I absolutely cannot. I've never been down a drag strip. So
Really?
I mean, I've watched my fair share of going fast on the street,
Interesting.
but
I don't know if you've never been.
I want to, but
I mean, I say that like I've done
Yeah.
it a lot,
yeah.
and it wasn't in a 4-cylinder Jeep that was lifted.
See, that's the thing. I'm wondering if I don't want to take the Malibu, but I'm almost want to buy like a real terrible like $500 Honda and go take it up there and not worry about blowing the clutch out of it or whatever. Just as this is how you stage, this is what you do. Kind of just getting used to the whole flow of things before I go in a car.
Let's do it.
Okay. You don't have to twist my arm. I'm in. I got some trucks for sale later. So, but like,
I just feel let's go to the track. Like,
Oh,
I'll take the truck.
okay, I'm in.
It'll run its,
Night, Glenn.
14-second pass.
Yeah. It took me 14 to drive to Utah. It's a 2-hour flight on a jet. How long did it take to get to Utah from Indiana?
I don't know. It's about 1,500 miles.
Let's see. Colorado Adventure Club said they shut down our drag strip. Bandamere was epic. I like the race, the heat days where you get to line up against CSP. I don't know what CSP is.
Colorado State Police.
Oh, that's crazy.
That'd be kind of cool.
Muncie Dragway is 35-ish miles from my house, or minutes from my house. I think Muncie's like, an hour and a half from here?
Yeah, something like that.
IRP's a lot closer, or
Yeah.
whatever the hell it's called this week.
Lucas Oil.
Yeah. But my thought was, I buy a cheap-ass car, regardless of what it is. It could be a fucking 96 Hyundai Sonata. I don't care. Go through that whole process and figure out how to do it before I roll up there in a car that should make 7 something to the wheels, and then go make a complete ass out of myself in a car that's way too goddamn fast to be.
But like, and people that actually race, it's probably annoying too. But like, that's part of the fun of like test and tune nights, where you can just go and run your regular traffic and
Yeah. No, my luck, I'd blow up the Malibu and.
I mean, it'll be a good video. Take the old Dodge. There you go.
I guess I could. I've run it a few times before. I know what it roundabout should run against other things that I've clearly been doing the speed limit with. That I know roundabout what they ran. I
Yeah.
haven't driven that thing in so long though. Nothing like rowing gears. Short throw. Opposite day.
Does a short throw even help with those?
I would assume so. I mean, like the throw in a NV 4500 is probably like this long.
I know.
Yeah, it's a big. Oh yeah, I would assume so, especially in a Dodge like that.
Yeah.
Nothing against your TJ, but like, just in general. Cause you got one in the Jeep, right?
Yeah.
I was saying it's a 4500.
Because I was told I could run the AX15, which is the Jeep Trans, as long as I didn't go big tires and I stayed out of the rocks.
Isn't the AX15 what comes in the Colorados that Robert was putting in that Blazer?
Maybe.
I thought it was AF or AR, some shit like that, something. But they're putting those in like drift cars and shit.
Well, so I think the AX15, I think there's a Toyota variant.
Maybe, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know he had something in the Colorado, because instead of building something else, because it was originally a 4-cylinder Colorado 5-speed, and it had whatever the hell transmission in it, and he pulled it apart, and he put I think he put a bell. No, he didn't put a bell housing on it. He put a different. He did something with the clutch. He had to run hydraulic lines for the clutch. Maybe like the throwout was hydraulic at that point, and he had to do something else. But he was like, they're putting these in like 600 horse drift cars, so they're supposed to be.
Oh, that's different trans then.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, we can take Levi with us.
Oh, we can zoom.
Yeah, he's got mild race car things.
Yeah,
at least.
he does. Playboy, who does the Winnebago chassis? The lifted one, I'm assuming. That's
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
No lift shift. I don't know if you can you no lift shift the 4500.
I've done it in the Dodge, but I don't know. It does. I only did it a couple times because basically
Bounces off rev limiter for a few seconds.
No, I have the like one of the biggest single stages you can throw in it. I have a 13-inch synthetic in it. It's very grabby.
I just meant like how long the shift is.
I mean, Cummins doesn't rev too fast, so it really, I've taken off, floored it, and then dumped it in third. I've done that before. That was a ride. I was riding with one of my buddies, and we were casually moving along with another truck. And basically it came to a light, and he's like, the only way that you're going to keep up just a little bit harder with this guy is to just third gear fucking hammer and drop it. And I was like, 10-4. I was like 23. I was like, fuck it, I'm out.
Did you ever run around with Jeremiah? Mickelson, I think was the last name.
I'd have to know what he drove.
Was a white first gen.
I don't think so.
He lived up like near the Badlands, and he flew like the little crop duster planes up there. But he'd come down here, and it was a white first gen it had a hood stack, and I don't know what it was like on Rockstar wheels, which is fucking terrible. But
Yeah, that's terrible.
I rode with him one night.
Casually in Mexico, right?
Yes. Yeah, we took a trip down to Mexico, and that thing had flames like this high just blasting out of the hood stack.
The thing is, back in, let's call it, because I bought that in 07.
The good days.
Yeah, back in 07 when I got it, it was not fast, but it was quicker than a lot of other things. By today's standards, it's slow, basically.
Yeah.
Especially being a 5-speed. I mean, when you set it up next to a newer-ish Duramax that makes the same amount of power and can put it to the ground much easier and much more effectively, and you don't have to listen to the whole damn time you're driving it.
But that's the beauty of it.
I do like that truck, but I also don't. I think I've told Lid this, and I think you and I've discussed it. Like, the hard part about getting rid of it is I had it at the point in time where I was single and free, and like there's so many memories in that truck of just me and people and me and my friends just doing, like Robert used to have a cat eye dually that he had some shit done to, and what is Dustin's name? Dustin. He owns a black brick nose, like F-350. Super, super nice. Spray. Dustin Spray, you know him? Well, we were 3 wide in Mexico, the circle of Mexico, around Indy. And it was just, all 3 of us just blasted. It was probably 3 o'clock in the morning. Just rolling. So,
Yeah.
just shit like that. I had a couple females in there a couple times, like sitting on each other's lap because it's a standard cab, things like that. It's fast enough to have a lot of fun and surprise people. It used to be. It's not anymore. I mean, like, I would assume I would assume it might make 450, 470. That's basically what the math of, like, because I bought it when all that shit was like 90 horsepower tuner kind of thing. So other trucks that I've seen, that's about, they'll 30, 35 shy of 500 to the wheels. I mean, fuck, a new Toyota's 400. Like a Camry.
So that's
basic ass.
That's 200 more than what my truck's putting down.
Yeah, but the goddamn truck weighs 2,000 pounds more than your truck.
Probably.
I mean, I think a dry Cummins weighs like 1,600 pounds or some shit like that, just by itself. Don't know what my car makes, but yes, today's Camrys and Accords can be pretty impressive compared to how they used to be. But I know my car is way more fun, even if it's not as fast. For sure. I mean, when I do, like, it got to the point where, at this point, it's a 26-year-old truck.
Yeah.
And it'll be broken, something will be bad on it, and I'll fix it. I'll be able to drive it for like a month, and then some other little dumb shit happens. And then I kind of just park it in the driveway, and then I mess with it, however long later, and then it runs for a while, and then like the last time I drove it, the brake lines blew out, and I almost killed about 5 people.
Been there.
Yeah. So I got it home, I fixed that, and then now what's wrong with it is the throttle position sensor in the pump is bad. So when the truck physically gets warm, like up to operating temperature, if you shut it off, it won't start. It has to sit there for 45 minutes or so, unless it's really cold outside, to come down, and then that way, like whatever.
Sounds like my Cherokee.
Yeah, basically, it's almost the exact same thing. Whatever will not calibrate to the weather and all that stuff. Once it levels out, it'll start right back up. It ran great, but the problem is that sensor is like $115. No big deal. However, if it's not that sensor, and what is in the back of my mind is now I spent $115, and if that doesn't fix it, I have to buy a new VP44, which the last time I bought one 10 years ago was almost $1,700. 10 years ago. I have no idea what a VP44 HO costs now, but I'm not just whipping out $2,000 on that truck. I mean, especially because it needs batteries, so that's $400. Plus, let's call the pump $2,000, which it wasn't hard to put on, which was very surprising to me. That was the easy part. So I'm putting $2,500 into a truck that if I sold it is, I don't even know how much it would be, honestly. It varies so wildly, but
Yeah.
let's call it, 8, 9, just because it's low miles and a 5-speed. Like I'm sinking $3,000 in it to sell it for 9. I don't know. Dustin said I run my truck on Tune 5 all the time. That's 135 horsepower tune. 7 is 185. The old girl's just worn out in her old age. I mean, that just is what it is. It's basically the same thing that I was kind of saying. Like, it's not shit compared to a new truck. Hey-o. Playboy said, I'm trying to find someone to teach me how to work on my 6.7 Cummins 3500 dually. YouTube is a great asset for doing almost anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like, literally anything that's in my house, around my house, cars, anything like that, I just search it on YouTube, and 99% of the time it comes up. I didn't know how to put the Suburban seat down in the back, and I just learned how to do that 3 weeks ago, right before Beat the Creek.
I had to look up how to replace the air filter in the CRV.
Yeah.
Because I opened the hood and I'm like, it should be right here, but there's no way
To get it.
to get to it.
Yeah.
Because there was what looked like an airbox in front of on the driver's side, where it normally is.
Right.
No, it's down behind the motor.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it was only this big, from what you could tell.
Yeah. I need to change the cabin filter in the Malibu, and I have no idea how to do that. I'm going to have to YouTube it.
Well, most of them drop the glove box, and it's right there.
Yeah. I assume that, but I'm going to go ahead and check that out beforehand.
I also realized that I know you should probably replace air filters and cabin filters like yearly. Well, so we've had the CRV for 2 years now. And
Damn, it's crazy it's been that long.
yeah, January of 23.
Wow.
So we've had it for 2 years, and for the first 2 years it had free maintenance. So you would think that they would have checked those things because they were doing the oil change for free.
Right.
Why not hit you for cabin filters, air filters? Nothing. Those were disgusting. I'm like, glad I took it over.
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to do the Malibu because I've had it since 2017, and it's been a work car the whole time. Which, I mean, it's not like it does anything dirty, but it's also one of those things that I'm like, you know what I need to do as I'm getting out of the car at night? I need to go check out a cabin filter, and then I go inside and take a shower, and I do other things, and I play with the kids, or go out in the garage, or all three of the above, whatever the hell. And the next day I get into it, and I'm like, damn, forgot about that cabin filter. And then I go to work, and I go, cabin filter, and then I get in the car and I drive home, and I forget. It's
Well, the same thing with the Corolla. Like, we've had it for forever. And Haley's like, I never changed it.
Yeah.
So I replaced it. Of course, it was like caked full of shit.
yeah,
But like, even now on the low fan speed is still like, whoa.
yeah. I'm wondering if that's not part of my problem because I feel like now I'm getting to the point where the high AC with the recirculation is like, I can kind of feel it. Like you can feel it.
Yeah, I would give that a
Yeah,
shot.
I'm going to. The only thing that I have not found on YouTube is how to keep Crazy Horse from being actually crazy. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Post that link in the group if you do find it.
Yeah, 100%. Because I think we all have our own crazy horse that we would calm down.
So Matt, you taking the bunny home?
Nope. On the contrary, I was just sitting here thinking, I wonder if we can find on YouTube how to get rid of a bunny.
Probably.
It'd just be Glenn on the other end going, here's how you butcher a bunny.
It's just some random guy in West Virginia's address. Ship it here. Oh, Glenda.
Yep. What's up, dude? Lost? I want to see her jump. Like, jump. You know what I mean?
Like jump around?
Yeah, kind of. Get up, get down, jump around. Come on. Do something cool.
Just an FYI, telling her if she wants to argue with someone, go look in the mirror is not the appropriate answer.
She just jumped, by the way. She jumped over the green thing. That was pretty cool. Good job.
On that note, are you about ready to call it a night?
Yeah, I'm good.
Matt's losing it.
Where do I get brass weight rings for 2.2 wheels Vanquish BBW? Vanquish should have them.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't know if they have 2.2s.
May not have 2.2s. If they don't have 2.2s, your only other option would be to buy Endura. So you're going to have to probably either just buy like 2.2. I'm sure they call it something like that. Amazon knockoffs basically is what I guess at this point it's not a knockoff if VP doesn't make it, but that may be your only option.
But for the BBWs, if you go the Amazon route, you'd want the 20 millimeter thickness. The narrow boys.
Yes. Good night. Good night, John Lau. Night, Cody. Step 1, open door. Step 2, let out. Red Ref, good night. Dad, good night. If they don't make the center greens in 2.2, then they're messing up.
To my knowledge, they do not make those.
Yeah.
But they also just released the overdrive gear set after however many years that they've had
Yeah.
the regular and underdrive. So
Who knows?
we're focused on other things.
Yeah. We got to make the optic aluminum. Chad, good night.
Yes, make sure to put Vanquish before the BBW Google search.
That's it.
Or don't. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you. Also, BBC does not mean the same thing on Google as it does on Facebook when you're talking about big block Chevys. Just saying.
that was a shock.
Jay Geezy said, "Nope. Yeah, they are narrow and a pain to get on the new G Concept Megalith 525." All right, I'm out. Whoa, easy killer.
Yeah, their new 2.2 wheels are 0.8 width, so you'll need the 20 millimeter.
Millimeter bolt, about like this, right?
Yep.
20 millimeter bolt.
Or whatever metric Matt would say.
Yeah. We'll just compare everything to a 30 millimeter bolt and just
Right.
from there.
Yes, please hit the thumbs up on the way out.
Yipper. Eric. Great more shopping night.
Happy to help.
Yep. Good luck. I'll always be here to help you spend your money.
That's right.
I will see you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Love you, bye. Oh, balls.
What happened?
I can't hit the button because the thing was too far away.